Hey friends, got a question for you. Is digging through the trash going too far? Some people call it trash picking, trash digging, dumpster diving. There's a lot of different names for it, but it's all the same thing. It's essentially going through the trash, either just to see what you can find or to save money. Well, I will say I don't really go out of my way to look through the trash on purpose. Like, I don't go driving around looking for dumpsters to go look in. However, the opportunity has come my way once in a while because I'll be either walking or driving by and I'll see a dumpster that's already full with something on top that I'm like, wow, that's interesting, or whatnot. Or because of my job, I'll go and have to do a rental clean out or something like that, and the tenant will have left their trash can stuffed full, or even a full dumpster. Like recently I had a full dumpster that was like overflowing. And so I didn't even have to do anything but hardly just walk by, and I saw like big pieces of furniture and other really cool stuff. So I don't necessarily go out of my way to look for the stuff, but I have done a little bit of it from time to time. Don't lose respect for me, don't judge. Let me quickly show you some of the stuff that I have found, and then you can kind of decide for yourself as to whether or not this was worth picking out of the trash. Okay, so some of those. The saw, I already had a sliding compound miter saw, but having just a nice little chop saw actually worked pretty well. I've used it for smaller jobs. It's a whole lot lighter, so it's easier to move around, and it even had a good blade on it. I mean, I don't understand. It worked perfectly. Why on earth would anybody throw that away? But yeah, somebody did. A renter just threw that away not long ago. The trash can with a lid, I mean, perfectly fine. It wasn't even dirty. So I use it for some firewood to keep it, dry right now. The laptop I just found recently, so I took that out of the trash because I saw a box and I wanted to actually fix the trash. So it was actually my renter, who is my neighbor, who lives upstairs from us, and he had a box and it was in the trash can. And so I was like, oh, well, that's a box that's recyclable. So I went to pull it out to move it to the recycle container, and it was heavy. So I opened it, and sure enough, there was the laptop. It had its little, paperwork things with it. It had its like disk driver CD. It had everything. So I turned it on, I tried to get it to work, and of course it didn't work. So I gave it to my brother. I held away some sticks for him so he would look at it and fix it for me, and he did. He said it needed a new hard drive, so he put a new hard drive in it, and it works great. My kids have been using it ever since. And you know what? I was actually looking for a laptop. I've been looking for one for a couple months now, knowing that I was going to want something for them to use for homeschool this year. So they need something for schoolwork, and right now in the summer they're definitely utilizing it pretty, well for entertainment purposes. And even my husband has been using it a lot lately, so we needed another laptop anyway. So that was actually really neat that we found one that, was able to get back to working condition fairly easily. So I will say, some of the stuff that we dig, and that's not all. I mean, those are just some examples. I also found some like brand new towels. All I had to do was bring those home and throw them in the washer. I mean, they were really nice. And then the kids' clothes, I found those in a dumpster again from a renter who had moved out. And so they weren't a size that we could use. And I just listed them on Craigslist and I sold them, and I got a fair amount of money for them. Lots and lots of other things, but I'll limit it to that. But I will say some of the stuff that we have dug out, if it's useful to us, we'll go ahead and keep it. And if it's not, I sell it. My husband thinks that it is dishonest to sell something that I have picked out of a dumpster. So I would actually like to know your opinion on this, because I don't know that there is a right or wrong answer to this question. Is dumpster diving too far? I don't know. Is it when you only need something, or just to see what you can see? Is it only right if it's something you're going to keep? Is it dishonest to sell it once you have it? I would kind of like to know from you, because there isn't a right or wrong answer to this, so I can't obviously answer this question. It's all opinion pretty much. But I would love to know. What do you think? And I would also like to hear from you on some of the finds that you have. I would also like to know if you would like to chime in on any of the things that I have found. Again, all of the things that I showed you in those clippets were things that were on the very top. And so it was something that when I was either driving or walking by, I saw, and then I just got down. If you were driving by and you saw that stuff in the top of a trash can, with the exception of the laptop, but again, it was even on the top, whereas I opened the trash to put my own trash in, there it was just sitting there. Are these things that you would have pulled out of the trash, or would you have walked away from them? So, thank you for watching this video. I'm sure we'll see you next time. I'm Frugal Green Girl. Thanks.